Microphone test. Let me rewind this. Hey, I am spontaneously live right now. If anybody got the notification for the people that's gonna be coming in, let me see if I'm live on my motherfucking YouTube. But let me fix it so where it won't motherfucking yeah, it's on. Let me turn this down. Turn my motherfucking speaker down. Let me go off into this shit. Switch. This is in real time, y'all. This shit is ridiculous. I gotta expose it in real time because he's gonna try to take this off. This motherfucker mutes me, right? He allow a motherfucking racist, a a a a motherfucking confessed rapist. You might as well say rapist, but racist. Talking about he a white supremacist neo-Nazi. And Sanchez allowed this dude to speak and he muted everybody. And he was spewing some fucking hateful shit. And then I said, out of what the blatant hypocrisy that I seen, blatant hypocrisy, blatant. The motherfucker said, allow him to speak. And I said, Sanchez, you are allowing immunity for a blatant racist white man on your show. With that being said, let me you know what? Let me go ahead and do this. Whether if it's none or all here, y'all gonna see this. Oh, y'all will see this in real time, ladies and gentlemen. Now let me go ahead because I'm just gonna do the audio. I'm not gonna share the visual because it's still going live right now, and it might be some sensitive things to be seen. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna mute, and I'm gonna go through this shit. Hell yeah, we finna go through this shit. Corporations.
Can I get it?
Hold on, stop it. Stop. Stop.
It don't matter who we working for. What I'm saying is true though. Everybody.
Now I was trying to explain how reparations got to come out of the tax money, and they get mad because they feel like they taxpayers. Sanchez, you don't do shit. What taxes do you pay? What taxes do Philly OG pay? He don't pay no taxes. That little light skinned dude, some light skinned dude was talking about he paid taxes. Nigga, you're gonna have to come, it's gonna have to come out of your check because the corporation that you work for enslaved your dumb ass. Where else you think the money is coming from? You stupid motherfucker. So yeah, it's gonna come out of your tax money. Meaning this, everything they have set aside mandatory. They're going to set aside a motherfucking reparations fund or reparations tax. So how they take state tax out, how they take federal tax out, how they take out FICA and all this other shit. And even when child support puts an order on your dumb ass, they get to garnish your fucking wages. Where the fuck you think is going to come from? You stupid ass niggas.
Might work for a corporation. Niggas gotta get their money every day. They got children.
There's no
Salute them,
representation without taxation. Meaning this, if they're because this is what has to happen. Everybody who pays taxes, mandatory taxes, state, federal, FICA, there needs to be a mandatory tax for reparations to take out of your motherfucking money. Nigga, bro, you motherfucker, you not realize why.
Please get in. Really
shit.
Cool.
Shit.
Let me tell you why.
There they are, very disruptive. They don't want no logic to get past. Now watch this. It's that fucking goddamn what do you call itself? Something truth, handsome truth. Confessed rape. He might be a rapist too, but a confessed racist. He don't like black folks. But he tell you, oh, I invite a nigga to my dinner. Y'all know Irritated Genie. Irritated Genie got a real bad name out here for himself as a fucking coon. Just like Charleston White, a fucking coon. And Sanchez showed his true colors as being a coon. Now, I know Tim the Truth. Now, I think this probably him in disguise. I know Tim the Truth, he would kiss and kowtow, lick his motherfucking balls, and wipe his ass with his own hand and lick his hand clean like he got peanut butter on his hand. I thought he did that for Tim Truth. And Tim Truth to me didn't, he seems like a conservative white boy that only want the good nigga around him, but he don't seem like he will transgress his racism all over the place. Unlike this motherfucker, he got on shades, a baseball cap turned backwards with a black hoodie on. Yo, typical motherfucking pawn or what they call those, a splinter. Typical look. I bet you he probably sitting in this chair with the chair backwards. And here he is pulling on the emotional, illogical, irrational minds of these dumb motherfuckers who's following Sanchez. Confessed it rapists, racist, and said that he is neo-Nazi. But Sanchez don't mute him. Sanchez mute everybody and let this motherfucker speak. You hypocritical ass Uncle Tom, booty licking, boot licking ass, fucking Uncle Ruckus ass nigga. Dude, from this point forward, dog, I am paying all my attention towards you, dog. You're dead from this point. I'm going to make sure you die. Now I'm going to make sure you die. Now I'm calling myself Didac the Flat Earth Killer. From this point forward, my name is Didac the Flat Earth Killer. I'm here to kill this shit. This shit dead. It's dead. Give this shit up. It's done.
Why that's stupid?
No, stop.
Because the people who need reparations is the people paying the taxes. Nigga, we the one paying.
Nigga, we the one that's paying the taxes. Where you think the money's gonna come from? What you think that the bank is gonna give you $150,000 and you call yourself quitting that job? Is that what you think is gonna happen? Do you think it's gonna be a total industrial reverse revolution, meaning that your Lockheed Martins, your Boeings, your P&H's, your Caterpillars, your Walmart's, what is one of the biggest motherfucking distributors, your motherfucking Amazon, who is one of your biggest distributors in terms of logistics. All these companies fit to take a fucking reverse on your ass. And now the dumbass nigga who said that God the human, this dude, Philly OG, Bobby Knight, question everything. Y'all finna become the new Walmart. Y'all finna become the new Boeing, and y'all don't know shit from Shinola. Y'all finna become the new P&H earth moving company. Y'all finna become Chevrolet or General Motors. Y'all finna become General Electric, Westinghouse. Y'all finna become all these motherfuckers through y'all reparations. Man, get the fuck up out of here, nigga. You gonna get taxed. Only people that should be qualified to get reparations is those who have a fucking business plan. That's it. No dumbass nigga like a Sanchez should be able to come up and get $150,000. No. Not even remotely that kind of money, but that's small in terms of what motherfuckers is asking for. But no, absolutely not. No regular Joe Schmo shouldn't be able to walk up and get that money for the simple reason they will be irresponsible with it. Because we see it grow, we see gross irresponsibleness, we're going to say it like that, in the so-called hip-hop rap community. When they got these big-ass bundles of money and fanning the money on your arm and your leg and all that weak ass and whack ass jewelry they got on, but make it look fair seeming as if these are real diamonds. And they tell them motherfuckers it costs $150,000 and they buy shit that depreciate what values, especially when they go throwing goddamn diamonds on goddamn Rolexes. They want to avoid dumb niggas like y'all to getting that money because y'all will fuck it off, including Dreads. He will fuck it off, trying to explain how he was going to a bank to go get a loan and they denied him, but some other dude go to the bank and lied on his application and he get okay and don't understand why. And don't know the reason why. That's the reason why your understanding only confuses you even more. Because you understand that that white dude got a motherfucking loan or whoever the fuck it was, other than you, Dreads. So it could have been a green motherfucker or a pink motherfucker. Dreads is feeling a certain kind of way because when he put in his application, he didn't get it. And he thought he had his T's crosses and his I's dotted. Dog, if you had money in the bank, I swear for living God, they would not hesitate to give your ass any kind of loan because they know you can match their money. They know you have collateral. You's a lying motherfucker. You lying motherfucker. Talking about I bought my house in cash. If you had cash, that motherfucking loan company, that loan officer, that bank or whoever they banking through would definitely give you that loan, dog. I don't know what, and it's a home loan and not a business loan. So they're not looking for a fucking business proposal. Only thing they want you to see if you gonna upkeep the home in a certain area, or if they got a homeowners association and shit like that. Dog, you ain't coming in there with no business proposal. So you getting a home loan. Dog, if you had money in the bank that can buy your house in cash, dog, you can get a loan. You's a lying motherfucker, dog. You lying ass bitch. All y'all liars. And watch this racist motherfucker come up here and say some shit. Like I said, I'm just going to play the audio. I'm not going to play the video because I know this whole ass nigga is probably watching in the moment that I put that shit up. But it's already on my shit, though, audio wise. But with that being said, nigga, you going to go back. I know you're going to erase this shit, but this nigga kowtow for a racist. He came on the show and said that he's a racist. Not me, him. Now listen.
And that shit, why would we pay our own reparation? And
Simple,
the niggas that's
simple.
This is fucking crazy, bro.
Nah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And the niggas,
You got to get a tax exempt.
Hold on, wait. And the niggas who are tax exempt,
And that one brother hit the nail on the head. He said, simple, you get a tax exempt. It's going to come out of your money, but you get an exempt because that exemption qualifies you especially for that tax, meaning this. If that tax is coming out of your money every paycheck, right, and it's being dividended inside of a kitty, right, the government, which has money set aside for tax exempts, will come out of that pool and pay you back for being taxed. That way you can not only get your money back, but you're qualified for the money that they actually took out from you. Because you were irresponsible. Niggas that listen to that kind of rhetoric have proven to be irresponsible, fiscally irresponsible. So why the fuck with this system in terms that thereof would give, even if it was the right thing to do, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give you niggas shit. I have it taken out on tax. I had that shit sitting in the bank, and only those who are qualified can get it, period. And you better have a motherfucking plan to get it. Other than that, nigga, you ain't finna get 100 and do what with it? What you gonna do with it? Because you don't have no plan. You don't know how to execute. But let us move forward.
hold on, and hold on, like people like Trump who don't pay taxes, you saying they ain't gonna have to pay nothing back?
No, they will.
Can I say something, please, so I can leave, please, really quick?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay.
Can I say something, please, so I can leave? That's that right racist motherfucker. But let us move.
All right. I am a white supremacist. Okay. I'm identified.
If you do not know white supremacy, Alexis, I see you in the building. Knowledge Uprise, I see you in the building. NJ in the motherfucking building. And Trail 7,000 in the 700 in the building. Hey, I'm going to say this, and I cannot stress this enough. If you don't know white supremacy racism, what it is and how it works, everything you come to understand will only confuse you. Understanding and knowing are two different things. Understanding is the bottom step to knowing. You got 3 more steps to go. You got a understanding, a overstanding, and then you become outstanding. These motherfuckers are literal. Like I said, if you don't know white supremacy racism, what it is and how it works, everything you come to understand will only confuse you. Now, this is just the tip of the fucking iceberg because the nigga kicked me off for the white man. He kicked me off for the white man. Let's move forward.
As a neo-Nazi, okay, I am working with a black man named.
Like people like Trump who don't pay taxes, you saying they ain't gonna have to pay nothing back.
No, they will.
Can I say something, please, so I can leave? Please, really quick.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay.
But I want y'all to see this. I paused it and I put it on here so y'all can see this. As you can see, the motherfucking scroll is rolling up, so they still live right now. And I don't want to take the risk to keep showing this, but with that being said, that's the white racist dude with the green background with them shades on, with that white hat turned backwards. So let's get back to it. I'm gonna put my avatar back up there. Let's get back to it and listen to this motherfucker and what he say.
All right, I am a.
They ain't gonna have to pay nothing back.
No, they will.
Can I say something, please, so I can leave? Please, really quick.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, I am a white supremacist. Okay, I'm identify as a neo-Nazi. Okay, I am working with a black man named.
He was so like, this is a script. You hear the script? I'm a white supremacist and I'm working with a black man. Who in the fuck gives a fuck that you're working with? Really? You never get a second chance to make a first impression. Your first impression to me was terrible. Now you come into a fucking bullshit coon ass nigga show. So your introduction was proper on his show. But my impression of you white piece of shit, is just what it is. You a piece of shit. When he said I work with a black man, the moment I don't give a fuck, you can say I'm a white clan dragon, blase, splivvy, woo woo. The moment you say you work with a black man, I know then that you are the worst kind, and whoever is aiding and abetting you, for you to even say you working with a black dude, he need his motherfucking head chopped off. And in this case, it's Irritated Genie. Now, anybody go back on Irritated Genie shit, he has been proven a long time ago to being a motherfucking agent. A long time ago, dealing with Sinetta. He been exposed as an agent. That's the reason why you don't hear him. It ain't that he's been fucking censored. No, the black community ain't fucking with him, and sooner or later, the black community is not going to be fucking with Sanchez. But Sanchez don't give a fuck because he got all his cronies, all the people that are just above show. He got all these motherfuckers to bag him up and aid and abetted this shit. Now watch this shit.
What's his name? Irritated Genie. He's coming on my show October the 19th. And he just
I know
wrote a
who
book.
Irritated Genie is. Go ahead.
He just wrote a book called Jews Are the
And that was me who said, I know who Irritated Genie is because I know who he is, but let us go.
Problem. They just shut down his site so he can no longer sell his book. This book right here, everyone black and white needs to read it. It's by Dr. Tony Martin. It's called The Jewish Onslaught. In this book, he states that all the ships that brought blacks to America and killed them by the tens of millions, I might add, tens of millions, okay? Those were Jewish-owned slave ships. I have the names of every slave owner, Jew slave owner that brought the ships here.
Nazi shit, dude.
No.
Yeah.
That was the other white dude said, fuck the Nazi shit. I guess his name is Rob Noxious or some shit like that. They keep calling him Rob. Another white boy who said that this nigga is being obnoxious or being bigot ass motherfucker to say the least. Because he keep talking about Jews. What Jews are you talking about, dog? It's so many sets. It's Russian Jews. They're Jews in fucking Cuba. Like real live, run-of-the-mill line, bloodline that can be traced back type shit. In Cuba. Fuck is he talking about? The Jews. He's playing on people's emotions, you dumb. He's playing on the dumb people's emotions. That's all he's doing. He's tugging the emotional strings of dumb motherfuckers who don't know the difference between white supremacy, racism, and their own goddamn demise. But let us move forward.
Bro,
that book is debunked already. I read that book. That book's been debunked. It's been debunked.
Hey, yo.
That's Sanchez getting in control of the show for the white boy. I'm just letting you know he's clearing the room for the white boy. That's what Sanchez is doing. He's clearing the room for the white boy. So let us move forward.
Can he finish? And then we can let's.
What the fuck you mean? Can he finish? You hoe ass nigga. I can't even get 2 sentences off. I came up there the first time he kicked me to the back. And Bobby Knight, you hoe ass nigga, get the fuck off my wave. But I shouldn't be that way, but I wiped you out though. I shouldn't be that way because I am the creator here. I create the wave. I am the wave. So the only thing you do is that you jump on your surfboard, you paddle, and then you jump on your surfboard. Now you call yourself surfing. But these dumbass motherfuckers was talking about something earlier about as a matter of fact, I got that shit written down too. Hold on for a second. Let me pull that shit up for sure. Damn, where I had it written down there. I have it written in this notepad. Let the mind is flowing. Give me a second to remember because I'm going through this notebook. Because when he was talking about something earlier, right? It was dealing with, oh, there it is. Bam. He was talking about the bourgeoisie. He had a Malcolm X video up where Malcolm X was talking about the musicians and how the so-called political arena is using these musicians to pull in votes. Then he tried to compare himself to Malcolm X by way of him pulling up a video with Trina and Saucy Santana, wherever that fuck that thing is. But he pulled that up when they got that no voting, no vucking or some shit like that. So he was trying to compare that. I simply went up there and said, hey, so you trying to say that artists can't beat politicians and politicians can't beat artists? And when I posed that question, everybody was quiet because they know where it was going. Because Sanchez was being a whole ass bias. He's cognitively biased. That's a sickness with him. But he was being really, really biased and marginalizing black folks and saying this is how black folks make black folks win votes. When I made the motherfucking example of white artists that are politicians. As soon as I said Bill, what's his name jumped in? Bobby Knight. Bobby Knight jumped in because I created the wave. I caught Sanchez in a moment of a hypocrisy. And when Bobby Knight went in terms of what I created, he allowed Bobby Knight to talk. Because remember, I got cut off. He allowed Bobby Knight to talk. And after Bobby Knight said something, I was trying to say, you a hypocrite. You're marginalizing black people. And he threw me to the back and talking about, I ain't tolerating the shit today. This is dictatorship. He started getting mad because I put his ass on Front Street. So now he let me back on. I tell the motherfuckers about reparations and what is proper reparations. And he get a distractor to come up there and spew some white racist shit. Because when he's talking about Jews, who are you talking about? Because it's Jews all over the world. Even in the 40s, nigga, it was Jews all over the world. The fuck is you talking about? This is not, if he trying to concentrate them, okay, give us an identification. Who you concentrate? Because if you say Rothschild, if I hear another motherfucker say that the Jews are responsible and they say Rothschilds, dog, I'm going to bust them in their shit because it's more than the Rothschilds. What about the Vanderbilts? Anybody know anything about the Vanderbilts? I'm sick of you motherfuckers talking about shit. They was not the only goddamn bankers, dumb motherfuckers. Nonetheless, let us move forward.
Just let him finish.
Yeah, man, y'all got us looking emotional, man.
And they go Drez, another fucking coon, saying, y'all got us looking emotional. Y'all got us looking emotional. And Drez, you be crying in the middle of your sentence. I done heard you and caught you a few times. And I know everybody who watch you, they see this shit, dog. They see it. I'm not the only one that see this shit. Dog, when you talk, you cry, especially when you explaining land and ownership. Don't let the nigga get off into conspiracy theories because he's really going to cry. He's really going to cry. I don't want to mock you and mock your rhetoric, but everybody know when they hear Drez get to the point where his voice get cracky. He sounds like he's suffering from anxiety and he's getting ready to cry. And this motherfucker had a nerve to say, y'all showing him that we are hold on. What the fuck this nigga say?
Hey, yo. Can he finish? And then let's let him finish.
Yeah, man, y'all got us looking emotional, man.
Yeah, y'all got us looking emotional. Why don't y'all let him finish? What the fuck you talking about? The moment that died, like you say that skin color doesn't mean that you my brother. Some dumbass shit y'all be saying. So I'm pretty sure y'all lead by that example and that etiquette. Because when Didac come on there, Didac say 2 words, boop, I'm kicked off. If I remotely even say fuck or I'm a this and that, they'll kick me off. They'll argue me down. 50 niggas will be coming at me. Sanchez will not mute no motherfucker except for Didac, but he allowed 1,000 motherfuckers to come at me. And then he'll cut me short and then allow the motherfuckers to talk bad behind a motherfucker behind their back. Once a motherfucker's off their panel, dog, you know they back is turned. I'm just letting you know, Sanchez, if there was a such thing as etiquette, do you know when a motherfucker is off your panel, they back is turned? Y'all talking about a nigga behind their back, dog. You hoe ass nigga. Let us move forward. Like I said, I don't make shit on Sanchez for the fuck of it. I get on his stage, and whenever he mistreats or show his hypocrisy, his horns of deceit, I have to go live. I'm obligated to cover that shit up because I done turned for the twos and few people who are not privy to know who Sanchez is. I'm pretty sure they subscribe to Sanchez, and them listening to Sanchez, they will know that, okay, they know for sure that he's a censoring ass motherfucking agent. They know that. They know all of this. But they can say unequivocally that your message went distorted. Nobody got what you said because he cut you short. Nobody got an understanding, overstanding, or understanding of what you said, Didact, because he cuts you short. He cuts you off. But he allowed this white racist motherfucker to go on a rant. You a coon, dog, and you exposed as a coon. You a coon, and I caught your coon ass. You smoked out of your coon ass hole, nigga. You can't say it no more. All that shit that he tried to vicariously live through niggas who so-called find themselves on the street like a Bobby Knight, or I would try to even give the benefit of the doubt to a King Norfolk or whoever the fuck claiming that they from the street. Sanchez, you not from nobody's block. You're not from no street. You in the backwoods of Alabama, and you were taught to love your motherfucking master. So when you found yourself adventuring in the world, joining the motherfucking military, I don't know what branch you still don't belong to, but we're just going to say military. When you found yourself in the military, I guarantee you got punked. I guaranteed you got punked, dog. I know you did. Now you got a chip on your shoulder. Here you are, an adult man, ballless, what they call that shit, castrated. You a castrated, chip on the shoulder, little body ass nigga. Nobody ass nigga. You can't go on nobody battlefield, nigga. You weak. Nigga, you need that same shit that Captain America got, nigga, that fucking genome shit. Them genome soldiers. That's what you need, you weak ass nigga. But he allowed this motherfucker to talk. Let's go.
That man finished, dog.
You allowing a supremacist immunity? You allowing him immunity?
They know my voice. That was K. Gomez, the other fucking coon. See how I smoked these niggas out? Because I'm on this white racist motherfucker's ass. Because I'm talking about taxes. He talking about Jews. And not specifically what Jews. They are diamond merchant Jews. Are they from Poland? Can somebody please tell me? Are the diamond merchant Jews, the Herphetic or some shit like that, is them Jews from Poland or from Germany? And remember, the Holocaust took place in Poland. Israel, as a state, is in Israel, the fucking country, where Palestine is the so-called proper name for it. Who are the Jews, you white racist piece of shit? Because if Israelites step up, they gonna tell you that they the real Jews and they black as tar. They be yelling all the goddamn time on the streets. Read, brother, read. You know them Israelite. But they consider themselves to be the Jews. Who are you talking about, dog? You talking about your own people. He talking about himself because he's a Jew. Just letting you know that nigga is a Jew. The white boy is a Jew. Let me go ahead and do this again. I got 8 people in the house. The trail 10-wheel in the building, Big O in the building. I seen Professor X. Oh yeah, she in the building. Now I know I'm official when she show up. But with that being said, let's look at this white racist motherfucker. Bing. This is the dude that Sanchez is allowing to spew rhetoric uninterrupted now, uninterrupted on his show. He's a Jew pretending to be a racist. What kind of shit is that? Ask him his lineage. I bet you he say he's German. Do you know all of Germany was Jew? It was those who that didn't want to convert over to Catholicism that so-called got persecuted. It was because they was Jew, because all the motherfuckers was Jews. All of Poland, all of fucking Germany, except for your little handful. They was converting these motherfuckers over to Catholicism. Dumbass nigga. Which Jew are you? Because I can go. Anybody ever seen Sunset High or Sunside High when they following these Persians? They want to be hip. One of the Persians' name is Gigi. She like rappers and shit. She kind of cute, but she got the flavor of the American swag of a black woman. Put it to you like that. But she's from Persia. She's the only Muslim in the bunch. Everybody else is Jews. Everybody else is Persian Jews, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? You fucking racist piece of shit. I'm going to play it with this motherfucker face on there. I'm finna take the risk. Y'all, so we can see this shit in real life.
Y'all fucking mute me.
Let him
Yeah,
finish.
man, y'all got us looking emotional.
Hey, yo. Can he finish? And then let's let him
Yeah,
finish.
man, y'all got us looking
Are you
emotional, man.
allowing
Let
the
the man finish, dog.
You allowing a supremacist immunity? You allowing him immunity and y'all fucking mute me?
Man,
Y'all
this is fucking crazy,
y'all
bro.
some fucking working ass niggas, man.
Let me get that nigga off of there. Watch.
Get Dialect the hell up out of here, man.
And let me get this nigga off of here. You all right, master? Go ahead, master. Go ahead and speak your word. Watch nobody disrupt this piece of shit racist dude. He coming up there with Jew rhetoric. We talking about Kanye West, his political views. We talking about musicians being used as political pawns. We talking about Candace Parker or Candace Owens. I'm sorry, I said Candace Parker. Candace Owens. And this motherfucker is talking about Jews. Watch what I tell you, but let's rewind so y'all can get a context of where I'm coming from.
He's a Nazi. Let's let him finish.
Yeah, man.
Slave ships. I have the names of every slave owner, Jew slave owner that brought the ships here.
Nazi shit, dude.
No,
bro.
That book is debunked already. I read that book. That book's been debunked. It's been debunked.
Hey, yo. Can he finish? And then let's let him finish.
Yeah, man, y'all got us looking emotional, man. Let the man finish, dog.
You allowing a supremacist immunity? You allowing him immunity and y'all fucking mute me?
Man, this is fucking crazy, bro.
Y'all some fucking working ass niggas, man.
Let me get Dialect the hell up out of here, man.
Let me get that nigga up out of here. Mister, you okay? You okay, master? Watch, you gonna be asking him, you okay?
It's a Nazi who uses the N-word.
So what?
Man, listen.
He said, so what? The other white dude said he's a Nazi that uses the N-word. And he said, so what? Watch what Sanchez, I'm gonna have to get that nigga up out of
here.
So what?
Listen, dude, it's my show, right? And let me tell y'all something about me.
It's my show. This is what he's saying. It's his show. Excuses are monuments of nothingness, you fucking coon. You coon ass nigga. You smoked out of your hole, you bitch. Every time I come on your fucking show, I'm going to make sure to call you a coon. It's going to get to a point, nigga, even if my motherfucking shit pop up, nigga, you is not going to let me up no more. Not only that, I'm going to expose you as a fucking coon. You lucky I haven't exposed you as a sexual deviant that you are. You fucking got touched by your pastor. That's the reason why you hate church. Some people do go through it, to say the least, and people probably even empathize with your story, but I'm not the one to empathize with it. Nigga, you got fondled with, nigga. Thumb up your ass, and they told you don't masturbate because they wanted all your nut or some shit, and I guess you was getting carried away with it. When they gave you the green light to masturbate in the fucking church, I guess you just got carried away and they told you, hey, man, you ain't going to have no more Holy Ghost in you or some shit. But let us move forward.
Real quick, man. If a Nazi is willing to come on my show,
if a Nazi is willing to come on his show, god damn, dog, I can't make this shit up.
Who used the N-word because he got smoked, it's no different than me being a fucking flat earther.
Excuses are monuments of nothingness. Dog, one that is making racial epithets against you is not the same as my globe earth is better than your flat earth. That is not a racial epithet. That is challenging someone's science. This motherfucker is calling you a nigger.
Going on my op show saying I don't agree with what you saying. If you for your people, like with everything you stand for, if somebody come on a show and say, nah, I ain't about what you stand for. I'm about separation. I'm a Nazi. I say nigga, I do this. It ain't time to run and tuck your tail. Y'all.
How do he do that? That nigga in one moment kissing his ass and then at the next moment making it seem like it's bravery. He making it seem like it's brave for you to interact with a motherfucking white racist motherfucker that's going around saying nigger this and nigger that, you black nigger and all this and that. He think it's brave for you to confront him. I would tell you, go in your city, find out who is the Sigma Pi Phi, find out who is the leading man in that fraternity, or it is a fraternity, but women are in that motherfucker because they can be what they call archons. It's the Grand Archon and the Archons, or they call them archons. But none of the motherfucking less. Find out who your archon is in your city and approach him and come with that smoke and see how far you get. But that shows you that he is scary. They are scary. They are some pussy ass motherfuckers. But he make it seem like to allow a racist on your goddamn panel, you showing bravery. If y'all believe that shit, dog, I can't do shit for y'all.
Black and pussy stand for. I'm about separation. I'm a Nazi. I say nigga, I do this. It ain't time to run and tuck your tail. Y'all acting pussy right now. And they ain't gonna make my show look like no pussy show. Shut the fuck up and let Sanchez run it now. Let the pussies mute they mic. Go ahead, handsome truth. And I don't call another man handsome. I'm gonna say H truth. There you go.
Thank you, HT. Hey, I just got arrested.
That nigga said, hold on, dog. Because I unmuted myself while I was playing. I probably got some echo on the back of that one. Let us rewind it and listen to that again. And let us evaluate. We finna do the 4 comprehensions here. And we're going to do the 4 standings. We finna do the literal comprehension, the inferential comprehension, the evaluative comprehension, and we're going to do the applied comprehension. We're going to do the understanding. We're going to do the understanding. We're going to do the overstanding, and then we're going to do the outstanding. We're going to become outstanding, and we're going to apply that. Let us listen to that very, very carefully. Let me mute up, rewind it, and play it.
In Poland.
And tuck your tail. Y'all act out what you stand for. I'm about show who used the N-word.
Ass niggas, man.
Let me get Dialect the hell up out of here, man.
This guy is a Nazi who uses the N-word.
So what?
Man, listen.
So what?
Listen, dude. It's my show, right? And let me tell y'all something about me real quick, man.
Let me tell you something about me real quick. He's a masturbator and he's a coon. That's what he's want to tell you. But he told you he was a masturbator on the last stream when we was discussing melanin, where I didn't know masturbation had anything to do with melanin in the discussion that thereof. But again, he pulls on the emotional strings. No, that was a wrong string to try to pull on the emotions of a masturbator, because you said when you was in church, out of all places, you said you was in church masturbating. You had a masturbation problem in church, nigga, out of all places. So there you go again, you pulling on the emotional strings of anybody who went to church and probably had a a fucked up, traumatic experience, sexual deviance, because that's who they are in that church. They sexually deviant. They probably had a terrible experience. And you pulling on that to prove melanin? You are pulling on that string to prove melanin, dog. You sick in the head, dog. And every time, dog, I'm going to expose your bitch ass. You's a bit, dog, I swear for a living God. I got family in Vegas. It used to be a yearly trip up until the so-called pandemic. With that, dog, this world is small. But I'm pretty sure I would probably bump into Mental Ninja and even Beast Mode before I bump into you in Las Vegas. And Las Vegas is pretty big. It's expanding. At the time that I lived down there in 1999, Mental Ninja, I really did live down there in Las Vegas because I lived by the fucking airport, by the Air Force Airport, in those apartments right there. And I don't know if they done tore them down. You know, they houses clay, so I'm pretty sure they can tear down and rebuild quick. But at the time in 1999, we in the year 22, so that's 23 years later. I'm pretty sure even if they did not touch it, that's where it was at. I don't know the street name. I forgot the names of the street. I remember Tropicana. I remember Rancho Cuco, some shit like that. But nonetheless, I stayed down there in 99. But the point I'm making is this. If I decide to make a trip, I will bump into Mental Ninja and Beast Mode before I even remotely know if Sanchez is in Las Vegas. He says that. I can tell you I'm in St. Louis, but I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, nigga. I can tell you I'm in Arkansas, which I got people down there, but I'm in Milwaukee. I can tell you I'm in Florida right now. Y'all got to take my word for it. But I'm in Milwaukee, though. I shout my city out too fucking much for motherfuckers not to know where Didac is from. Everybody know Didac from Milwaukee. Now, with that being said, let us move forward.
If a Nazi is willing to come on my show who used the N-word because he got smoked, it's no different than me being a fucking flat earther going on my op show saying I don't agree with what you say.
He's comparing racial epithets with science now. If I said, just say if not only you can say a racial epithet, but just say gender epithet. I'm saying the word epithet wrong, but we know what it means, like saying something ass backwards toward. Just say if I say something about somebody's gender, an epithet about somebody's gender, like saying like, I'm just gonna use a name, Beach is better. Bitch, you got a dick. Saying some shit like that, but they talking about something else on their show. But I come up there saying that Beach is, because my mind is saying that this is how I feel about certain women, that they got dicks. That's a epithet, dog, versus you coming up there to discuss actual politics, religion, or anything else, where the racial epithets are not a part of the fucking argument. But he said himself, Sanchez said, if he's saying nigger, it's no different from him saying flat earth.
If you for your people, like whatever, it's no different than me being a fucking flat earther going on my op show saying I don't agree with what you saying. If you for your people, like whatever thing you stand for, if somebody come on a show and say, "Nah, I ain't about what you stand for. I'm about separation. I'm a Nazi. I say nigga, I do this." It ain't time to run and tuck your tail. Y'all acting pussy right now, and they ain't gonna.
It's not time to run or tuck your tail. It took the white boy to have enough nuts, besides Didac, because Didac got kicked straight the fuck off. But it took a white boy to get nuts to say that, hey, you a racist piece of shit. You use the N-word. Why in the fuck is that not confronting him? We talking about so-called reparations, and this nigga bringing up goddamn Jews. Jews. Listen to his argument to reparations.
Gonna make my show look like no pussy show. Shut the fuck.
You are not gonna make my show look like a pussy show, Sanchez. I'm the best thing on your show. I'm the one that bring class to your show. Out of all that bullshit that's going on right there, I'm that balance. So just imagine, right? You got on one side of the scale 50 pieces, and then you put on the one other side of the scale just one piece, and it just balance the shit out. That means that y'all out of whack, dog. That means y'all out of whack. Y'all top heavy. Y'all saturated with bullshit, irrational rhetoric.
Fuck up and let Sanchez run it now. Let the pussies mute they mic. Go.
Let the pussies mute their mic, and everybody got their mic muted. Not through their own recognizance, because Sanchez mutes everybody mic. So why would you say all the pussies mute their mic? He's vicariously speaking as a punk, like a bully. And he's bullying everybody on this panel. And they're going to sit there and accept it like bitches. This motherfucker said, all you punk motherfuckers mute your mic. Fuck is you talking about, you bitch made ass nigga? And you been kicked me off, so I know you're not talking to me. My back is turned to you, nigga. That's equivalent. Not me coming on or anybody else who is critiquing and doing commentary from a show that they participated on. I will only say that, you know, it's some people who make a living or make a way on YouTube just talking about a motherfucker, but I don't do that. Only way I'm going to say anything about you is critiquing you because I came on your show and you show unfair practice, nigga. So yeah, I'm fit to voice my grievance because it's not going to go across your show. How many years I've been participating on Sanchez shit and other people's shit without having a fucking channel in terms of content on it? So when I made my content on my show, I was sticking strictly to the fucking shit. And then I'm saying to myself, okay, maybe there's some leeway now. Now that I don't know if motherfuckers actually check on people, to say the least. Maybe that fell out of grace. Because I remember in a time when you was on YouTube, if you made a good point, they'll go check you out. Now, if you don't got no content, they will advise you. They'll be like, get some content on your channel. They will tell you that. They will encourage that. So they can hear you outside of all the motherfucking mumbling and rumbling that's going on. I took that in consideration. So I said, okay, I'm going to start making content outside of which I'm going on Sanchez channel participating, and the shit keep getting muted and fucked up in the midst of that. Let me see if this is going to allow leeway. No, it made it even worse with me because my truth is just what it is. It cuts like a fucking knife, a hot knife through butter. You understand? Soft butter. Sanchez is soft butter. I'm that hot knife. I'm that nigga that knocked Humpty Dumpty off his wall. But because of that, they are more likely to show me a fucked up end of an invite. Put it to you like that. They would invite me, but they only invite me thinking they can beat up on me. Nigga, if you don't motherfucking gone, you hoe ass nigga. But my back is turned, so he ain't talking to me. Like I said, he called his whole entire panel some punks or bitches or some shit. Let us listen to that again.
Go ahead, handsome truth. And I don't call another man handsome. I'm going to say Nazi. I say nigga. I do this. It ain't time to run and tuck your tail. Y'all acting pussy right now. And they ain't going to make my show look like no pussy show. Shut the fuck up and let Sanchez run it now. Let the pussies mute they.
You see, hold on. Do I still got that shit sharing? Yes, I do. You see them niggas putting thumbs up and shit. What's going on? Quentin Emerson in the building. HOTC in the house. T, I don't know who T is, but Let me see if I got you even moderated, because I doubt it, because this is my first time seeing you. Let me see if I got you even No, so I'm gonna go ahead and add you as a moderator, sir. And with that being said, you hear that shit? He called his whole panel pussy. Told them pussy ass niggas to mute up. Wow. And you see them niggas got their thumbs up and shit. This dumbass nigga got his thumb up. Key Norfolk, niggas always gotta show their teeth. I'm just gonna let you know that, dog. Niggas always have to show their teeth, dog. And look at Key Norfolk. Teeth grinning like a motherfucker. This nigga over here in a blue and black shirt with the fucking look like a visor on. His name is Jelly. Is that his name? Jelly? Whoever the fuck is. He's smiling. How the fuck can y'all be smiling at a time like this?
Mike, go ahead, have some truth. And I don't call out separation. I'm a Nazi. I say nigga, I do this. It ain't time to run and tuck your tail. Y'all acting pussy right now. And they ain't gonna make my show look like no pussy show. Shut the fuck up and let Sanchez run it now. Let the pussies mute they mic. Go ahead, have some truth. And I don't call another man handsome. I'm gonna say H truth. There you go.
Thank you, HT. Hey, I just got arrested in Poland. Right? I just got arrested in Poland. I was arrested in a white country for speaking out against Jews. I went to Auschwitz.
Show us your arrest record. They locked Brittany Grinder up for 10 years for a marijuana cartridge. You in another country speaking against the people. Dog, they would have murked your ass. They would have murdered you. You got a story to tell? Let's see that arrest record. And what did you get arrested for? You say you were speaking against the Jews. That is not clear. What you get arrested for? What they call that? Exciting in a riot, public menace in terms of galvanizing, because and he said he just got arrested or some shit like that. Let's listen to this shit.
And I said arrested in Poland, right? I just got arrested in Poland.
He just got arrested in Poland. This is what he said. He just got arrested in Poland. You fucking liar. This is Sanchez handler, y'all. And why does this shit look like that in the background anyway? You know these visuals is a motherfucker. But none the motherfucking less, that is Sanchez handler, and he's a Jew. He came up there to confuse the whole entire panel, because you know why? Didac is up there. Didac is making all the sense in the world by telling these motherfuckers that ain't no representation without taxation, baby. Remember what's name called him a lucky, you first day lucky motherfucker, but he was gonna kill him anyway. I'm talking about Lonzo. He was gonna kill him, but he said what he said. He meant it in terms of what politics and money is concerned. There's no motherfucking representation without taxation. Stupid ass niggas. And when I was talking about taxes, he allowed this motherfucker to come up and cause confusion. He was probably sitting in the back. Trust me, it'd be a lot of these arbitrary auxiliary agents, but this is just a straight up agent here. Him and Sanchez, them straight up. But Sir Drops and Philly OGs and K Gomez's, those are arbitrary auxiliary. They do wait in the back for a motherfucker like me, or I would even give the benefit of the doubt and say Lex, and I know a lot of people are hating Lex. But people like me and him will come on a panel and talk, and these motherfuckers will be waiting in the back. And they'll come up and fuck up the whole entire point. Because the distance between 2 points is a straight line. And them motherfuckers will take that point and move it all over around. Nigga, fuck moving the goalpost, nigga. Nigga, y'all ripped the goalpost up from the y'all upheaved it from the ground. But with that being said, listen to this motherfucker.
Poland. I was arrested in a white country for speaking out against Jews. I went to Auschwitz and I said, Jonathan Greenblatt, who is the head of the ADL, who is censoring all Americans, a 2% minority. These are a 2%.
Mind you, he can say this same shit in America like what he's doing right now on Sanchez show. They didn't arrest you, man. I don't even think you was in motherfucking Poland. But I see that you a white boy Jew, so you might got your green card. You get to move around as freely as you possibly can. So I'm not doubting that you're a traveled man. Maybe you did go to Poland, but you did not get arrested. You were not speaking against no Jews. You was a agent of confusion, and you're here to do your job. And one of the bigger platforms to do your job on is Sanchez's. Because Sanchez commands an audience of people who are vulnerable and they still trying to wake up. I want to grab these people also. I want to grab some of them too and lead them the right way and not astray. But they see my purpose, and because of that, this is only on that this is platform shit. Listen, in between the lines, right? Because we know how to read in between the lines, because that's what we're doing. In between the lines, a motherfucker who is worthy, attention worthy, who is speaking truth against power, yeah, their lives are most likely in trouble in terms of that from powers that be versus these motherfuckers right here on this panel. Now I have 100, it's growing. I mean, I have 100 and something plus subscribers. It's growing. I'm talking about I'm growing 115 subscribers. To me, that's a lot of motherfuckers. That's to me. And with that being said, I'm steady growing. And if my numbers reach to the point of algorithm, now the big wigs will start paying attention to me like a information man. These wigs will start paying attention and they will start participating on your shit. Now you're being watched. Right now, I'm just being heard. I'm not being watched. I'm being heard. You understand? There's a difference in this computer world, in the social media world. There's a difference between being heard and being watched. I'm not being watched. I'm being heard, though. I would rather have it that way, but I know once I reach a certain rhythm, meaning subscription and numbers, I would now be watched. So for the people who are being watched, in terms of what it really means in totality, Sanchez's, big Aboriginal powers, these are not people being watched by the government. I'm just saying by the public versus a person who's a real revolutionary, a person who is a real thorn in the motherfucking side of the government. They will be watched differently. You understand what I'm saying? So these channels who are being watched, I got to go on there to participate to be heard. I have to, because they're being watched. And the people who are using their electronic devices to remedy a lot of trauma and ills, they find themselves being put back into confusion because they bumping into Sanchez's, Aboriginal powers, Ab TVs, the what's her name? Loudmouth broad. I can't fucking get her name out. Copper, some shit, whatever the fuck her name is. Her, Beaches Better, our Cook, all these motherfuckers that people will end up running into these motherfuckers. Even Sarnettas and Red and Blue Pill. I'm not forgetting about them motherfuckers. King Simons and all them, Brother Polites. You end up running into them and they will put you right back in the state of confusion because you think you have an understanding on some shit. But let us move forward with this racist piece of shit on Sanchez show.
Minority deciding what's hate speech, right? Well, let's go through this really quickly because I'm making the news all over by passing out these flyers. This is
and that self-aggrandizement. This motherfucker said he's making leeway in news by, man, get the fuck out of here. Look at the propaganda. He's using the same tools that got us all fucked up in propaganda. And Sanchez allowing this shit. Now, if there was a such thing as an indoctrination, hey, if for people who still can type in Sanchez's chat room, because I'm excommunicated, that the only way that Didac is going to be heard is that when I participate on this channel, and because of the forces that's with me, because of my forces, multiple forces with me, he don't got no choice but to allow me up there. But for everybody who can type on his shit, type indoctrination, because this is what this white boy just did with a whole bunch of pamphlets of paraphernalia. Pamphlets of paraphernalia. And a motherfucker was able to indoctrinate y'all with that shit.
Who's behind the hookup culture and pornography? These are all the people. It's all Jewish owned. Mass migration. You have 30 Jewish NGOs opening up our borders, right? So that we can be invaded. And this is happening all over Europe. You have the Federal Reserve. This is all Jewish owned, okay? And keep in mind, when you call me a Nazi or whatever, you got to realize that Hitler worked with Africans. He worked with Japanese.
You have to realize that Hitler worked with blacks. Yeah, Coons. How do you think they took over the common people? They didn't know the 4 ways. Okay, I'll put it to you like this, right? Little Rock, Arkansas being the capital. I think that's the capital. Or is it Hot Springs? Anyway, Little Rock is probably the biggest city in Arkansas, all right? That city in itself can speak for the state, even though it's a lot of little towns and even other cities within the state. But that major city can speak for the state. The point I'm making is this. He's speaking for every motherfucker. And when he say, I got black friends, or Hitler had black, because that's what the first thing he said. He said, I got a black friend named Irritated Genie that's supposed to be coming on my show. Now he's saying that Hitler had black friends too. What the and who? He speaks for every coon that ever walked this motherfucking planet. Of course, your white people had black folks selling us the fuck out. Who you think he's talking about? That was the sellout niggas that sold us out to Leopold when he went to fucking Africa, and he had all those black quasis with him. The quasis, I think that's their names. He had the quasis with him, the fez wearing niggas that was killing off every other goddamn nigga. And then when they got tired, they sent in the white folks to come, sweep it up. So when he said Hitler had black friends,
Japanese, and he worked with Indians, okay? And keep in mind, when you call me a Nazi or whatever, you got to realize that Hitler worked with Africans, he worked with Japanese, and he worked with Indians as well. Abortion, all the people that helped Margaret Sanger, right? These are all Jewish people that created the condom, birth control pill, and that founded Planned Parenthood. One Jewish guy was caught with 16,400 dead fetuses. This right here is gun control. Let's look at all these white folks. Oops, I mean, who white folks?
And
Jewish
y'all,
folks.
now look at what this brother break it down. I checked
That's reason. That's where I wanted to get to. Did you hear that nigga call that motherfucker a brother? Take this back to Sanchez. How many people are watching? 12 people are watching, which to me is a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Please get this back to Sanchez. That nigga called the white dude a brother. Listen. And that shit won't even remotely come out of his mouth. The most I would get out of Sanchez that will refer to me as a relative, not a relative in terms of blood, but relative in terms of being relevant. That nigga called me bro, and he's really telling me to shut the fuck up with the bro. That's how he would say it, for you to shut up. So he won't call you out of your name. He'll just yell, bro. But he called this white dude brother with love. With love, y'all. With love. Listen to this shit. I told you here we doing a 4. We doing a 4 here. Comprehensions and understand and standing. We doing a 4. So let us go through this again.
This out.
This right here is gun control. Let's look at all these white folks. Oops, I mean, who white folks?
And
Jewish
y'all,
folks.
now look at what this brother break it down. Now check this out. That's why I say y'all never let the personality shit. But hold up.
That's the reason why you can't let the person. What about Kanye West? You just got finished talking about. You say he got a fucked up personality. How come you can't look past Kanye West's personality and see what he's trying to do for black folks? Not only that, he's trying to get reparations. He's trying to show black folks, hey, you know you can start your own political party. Blase splivvy woo woo. He's doing all this, but the moment that he so-called support Trump, all his shit go out of the window. His shit got to go out of the window too, because he's just a racist piece of shit. He probably even hate himself in terms of what he think that he's hating, because like I told Sir Drop, you are the epitome of white supremacy. Because he said, what is white supremacy? I said, you are, sir, you are. Sir Drop, you are white supremacy. This white dude right here is white supremacy. And you see how the shit operates. So now we have absolutely no excuse. So what Didac is telling us, that if we don't know what white supremacy and racism is, Didac has broken it down. Not on this stream, but the last stream that I was talking to Sir Drop about in terms of what he think is white supremacy racism. That was done on Philly OG's channel. But I think I got it on mine in terms of arbitrary auxiliary agent. It's in one of those 2 streams where I was explaining to Sir Drop that he is white supremacy racism. Now, here you got a motherfucker confirming it, and he's white. Told you I was going to smoke these niggas up out of their goddamn hole. I told you that. So for the people who are here listening to this right now, I need y'all to take this back to Sanchez. Sanchez called this motherfucking white racist piece of shit brother. He said this brother broke it down. Now I want y'all to hear this shit again.
Hold up.
White folks.
And
Jewish
y'all,
folks.
now look at what this brother break it down. I check.
Dead fetuses. This right here is gun control. Let's look at all these white folks. Oops, I mean, who white folks?
And
Jewish
y'all,
folks.
now look at what this brother break it down. I check this out. That's why I say y'all.
Gun control. Let's look at all these white folks. Oops, I mean, who white folks?
And
Jewish
y'all,
folks.
now look at what this brother break it down. I check this out. That's why I say y'all never let the personality shit.
And that founded Planned Parenthood. One Jewish guy was caught with 16,400 dead fetuses. This right here is gun control. Let's look at all these white folks. Oops, I mean, who white folks?
And
Jewish
y'all,
folks.
now look at what this brother break it down. I check this out. That's why I say y'all never let the personality shit. But hold up. What I'm saying is this: fuck who he is. You see,
Fuck who he is. He's giving all the excuses to his handler. But he's talking about a man that he can't even touch, which we talking about Kanye West. He can't never touch Kanye West. But here he got a motherfucker on his show and giving all the excuses in the book for y'all to ignore that he's a white racist, white supremacist that says fuck niggers, we got to take his word for it, except for a motherfucker, to say the least, who did, see, the Bobby Nice, I'm telling you, these motherfuckers they will marginalize people. Kanye West was fortunate that his mother pulled herself up by her bootstraps. And she was a privileged woman in terms of what her education got her to go places. She took advantage of it or disadvantage, whatever the fuck you want to. So she found herself in Japan, China. So when Kanye West was little, he got exposure for the whole entire world. What's wrong with a young black boy being exposed to other cultures, dog? What's wrong with his mother being educated, man? So when he come back to the States, he find himself exuding talent. I'm saying the word wrong, but you know what I mean. The motherfucking talent is oozing out of his ears. So he goes where he's in love with his culture. The motherfucker was exposed to Japan. He could have been Japanese. I think Carly Cupcakes is more Japanese than she is black. And then she spent some time in Japan, according to what I heard through the streams and shit. She said she was in Japan. Well, bitch, you acting like you more Japanese than you is black. So Kanye West found himself in love with his culture. So he surrounded his talent and his culture and found himself making music for one of the, biggest labels in fucking hip hop, and to say the least. You understand what I'm saying? And he was able to be privileged from that point. Not only that his mother showed him other ways, but now he's getting shown other ways. Rather, if you think they were twisted in the thing of industry, music industry, or he's touring all over the goddamn world again. So as he gathering all his information, you're going to marginalize him and listen to a white motherfucker that don't know a goddamn thing but being a fucking racist. And you telling everybody that this brother is spitting knowledge and all this and that.
This right here is gun control. Let's look at all these white folks. Oops, I mean, who white folks?
And
Jewish
y'all,
folks.
now look at what this brother break it down. Now check this out. That's why I say y'all never let the personality shit. But hold up. What I'm saying is this: fuck who he is. You see who his energy is rooted at attacking. I don't think this man want to exterminate black people. Nothing.
I don't think that. Who is saying that he don't even have the capacity to kill one nigga? Oh, I'm sorry. If he's like Sanchez, a weakling that weighs $105 soaking wet, maybe he can put hands on that nigga. But me, solid 190 at 5'10", lean muscle, I will break that hunky neck. And every hunky knows that. That's the reason why they fear us physically. That's the reason why they had to make the great neutralizer, which is the gun. But you can't tell that to a stupid ass nigga who do not know white supremacy racism. But yet, if you look in motherfucking Sanchez's background, he got the biggest phallic symbol in the world, a bomb. Not the Washington Monument or the Lincoln Monument, not the motherfucking pyramids or the what they call them, the damn, what's the name of them fucking tall things? And in Egypt, they had another name for them, but it looks just like the Lincoln Monument or the Washington Monument. It looks just like that one, but I forgot what they called them in Egypt. But with that being said, out of all those phallus symbols, Sanchez got the worst one and the biggest one. The biggest and the worst one. You got a female riding a bomb, nigga. A white blonde-haired female riding a bomb. Do you know that is symbology and symbolism, even though it's a practical weapon in terms of how they, engineered it to be practical. Not only that it's practical, it's in what's the shape of it. The shape of it, nigga. That is the biggest phallic symbol in the goddamn world is a bomb. And you got Becky riding the bomb. Like I said, man, I'm not gonna go too long because I gotta go to Menards right quick. I don't know if y'all got a Menards, but we got a Menards here in Milwaukee. That's our it's like a hardware store slash. It's like a slash hardware store. It's like they sell more than hardware, but it's like it's mainly a hardware store. It's like Home Depot meets Garden Gifts. Shit like that. It's like that. It's like a Home Depot meets. It got a little grocery store mixed up in there. It ain't shit like Walmart. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Because they sell everything you will assume to be outside, like camping gear, everything that you would want, everything what you want. But nonetheless, I got to go there, pick up me some shit. So this is not going to be too long. But I'm so glad that y'all showed up. Yeah, save big. Oh shit, Alexis know what I'm talking about. But with that being said, yeah, I'm gonna make this quick. I'm hoping that it will stick to your ribs. You understand? This is some what they talking about. Let me cook. Well, I hope I cooked y'all a nice little meal for the day, and it stuck to your ribs. But this nigga is out of order and he flagrant and he needs to be checked. But I'm glad that I caught this shit in real life, so y'all would know in real time that because a lot of people like Brandon be catching that nigga in his moments where he is putting himself in moments of hypocrisy and being a coon and aiding and abetting white supremacy racism, right? He know these moments that he sees Sanchez in, but there's no one to exploit it. I'm exploiting that shit. Fuck the dumb shit. That nigga needs to be exploited big time. And I guess to say the least, this is the platform for it because I'm not going to allow this shit. And I'm going to keep going to his motherfucking panel to talk against that whole ass nigga. And watch, he ain't going to have no choice but to let me up because you know why? The powers that be. I'm talking about my motherfucking powers that be. He don't got no choice but to let me up. But people, let me play a little bit more of this. And I'm going to go ahead and get ready and head out. And I'm so glad that y'all showed up. Star Energy in the motherfucking building. Yeah, Brent, let me give a shout out to Brandon. Oh, Mental Ninja showed up. Oh, shit, I didn't even see that. See, I ain't even watching my motherfucking chat. What's cracking? What up, though? Hey, I told Philly and them about your shit, right? I kind of imagined, and it was confirmed the way you explained it to him, right? Because I heard you like vaguely explain it because I heard you got hit from the back, you got reared in. Now, when you was explaining in detail, like you said, you ended up like across the street and your leg was mangled and you was trying to get out from the street. And the moment that you stood up, you didn't have no power in your leg and all that. I explained it on Philly OG. I explained it simple. I said, if Mental Ninja can take back his leg being fucked up and getting hit from the back, he would. But one thing you can't tell Mental Ninja to take back is his freedom to express himself and especially in his way of moving around, which is his motorcycle. He's living free. I told Philly OG, what you gonna do? Take his motorcycle away? Because you don't have no remedy for his leg. You can't put juju beans and shit on his leg and watch his leg heal. You can't do that. That requires engineers, and scientists to repair that leg. But according to Filio G, in his utopia, it will be no hospitals. You'll have no schools, so people will be dumb. So that means that they wouldn't know what to do with his leg. They would just look at it and like put a eucalyptus on the motherfucker, eucalyptus leaf. God damn these niggas, man. These niggas shot. Let's move forward.
Right. You look at what he's saying. Like, yeah, go ahead.
Here we go. Here's the media. All the people that are.
And why nobody is not disrupting this shit? If there was any time to disrupt anything, now is the time. He is not exposing what we don't already know. He's not telling us nothing. You know what they famous saying, especially with Dredd? It ain't nothing new. I thought it done. It ain't nothing new. I thought it done. That's what Dreads like to say all the time. There's nothing new up under the sun. Okay, if there's nothing new up under the sun, why y'all allowing this motherfucker to spew shit that we knew since the 60s? I'm talking about the novice nigga. The nigga that had a pick in his head, a big-ass afro with bell bottoms, looking to go out to the disco, knew this shit. Yo fucking dope heads knew this shit. Movies that were depicted like dead presidents knew about this shit. And when it was in Vietnam in the 70s or the 60s or some shit like that, there's nothing to. How come you didn't come out and say that to this motherfucker giving you information that we already knew? Sony, Paramount, Fox. We didn't know that bankers were Jews, but they not all Jews. Like I said, he gonna point you straight to the fucking Rothschilds. But with that being said, this is nothing new to us. We've been know this. But Sanchez allowed the motherfucker to reinstitute y'all ass and fucking re-indoctrinate y'all motherfucking ass. Oh, Dark Chameleon in the building. Let me make him a moderator. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. But none the motherfucking less. Let us push forward.
They're pushing all this stuff on our kids, right? 96% of America's media is owned by Jews. Okay, 96%.
Thank you, HOTC Obelisk. The Obelisk. Thank you very much, Brandon. Yeah, the Obelisk is one of those phallic symbols that Sanchez tried to talk bad about and saying, oh, Osiris, they worshiping dicks and they like dicks down there. What the fuck you got on your poster in the background? And then vicariously living through a blonde-haired girl. That means that you are having moments of transvestitism. Is that a word, y'all? Let's make it a word. But he's having a moment of transvestitism because he's vicariously living through a white woman riding a bomb. That is a symbol that woman has a dick. That's what that means. It ain't sexual in terms of intercourse, you dumb motherfucker. That's not terms of intercourse or even penetration. Nigga, that's a white woman vicariously living through what is the great neutralizer. The only way you're going to neutralize a black man is either you drop a nuclear bomb on him or you shoot him with a gun. Other than that, white man loses all across the board. Hand-to-hand combat or even having sex on this planet, which that symbol is supposed to be saying. But that symbol that you got on your motherfucking wall, that poster is a dyke, nigga, or a fucking transvestite. My guy used to call them metamorph dykes. You know, rest in peace, Steve. He was a pimp, you understand? And you know, pimps come across all kind of motherfuckers. He was like, man, this bitch, she was an Aphrodite. I was cracking up. I was cracking the fuck up when he said that. Yeah, the bitch was an Aphrodite. But none the motherfucking less. This transvestite is riding a bomb, nigga. And that shit is in your background. You fool ass nigga. Hey, Quentin, that's exactly what the fuck he want. He want a chick with a dick, nigga. But with that being said, let us move forward.
Of it, a 2% minority. Disney, who's grooming kids for homosexuality, black, white, Asian, doesn't matter what they are. Top executives, what do they all have in common at Disney? They're all Jewish. How about the LGBTQ? How about them? Who's behind that?
And let me know if any of these motherfuckers got something to do with reparations and slavery now. Let me know that if any of these people got anything to do with slavery and reparations. But I'll tell you who do. Your textile companies, because they had to receive the cotton. Who is your textile companies? Levi Stratus. Let's concentrate there. Let's go to San Francisco, nigga. You dumbass motherfuckers. Let's use our imagination. Let's hop on a trolley of make-believe. You understand? When Mr. Rogers finna click that button, nigga, we finna go to goddamn Lamb. We finna see Prince Tuesday, King Friday, Meow Mix, whatever the fuck that cat name is, Azriel. We finna go see all these motherfuckers, but we finna go to San Francisco first. San Francisco Levi Stratus. Everybody knows that these jeans, their logo is a representation of two horses pulling a nigga apart. But he got us focused on what? What he got us focused on? This nigga said what? Hold on, let me mute myself.
Look at what they are. Top executives, what do they all have in common at Disney?
That nigga got y'all on Disney instead of Levi Stratus. These are two different people. And he got a name out of a goddamn Bible, the book of Levi. Or Levi, whoever the fuck he's supposed to be. You got Levi and Stratus. I'm probably saying the goddamn last name wrong, but it's Levi Stratus. These are two different men. You know, Stratus has his own blue jean company. You know that, right? A lot of people don't know that. Stratus has his own blue jeans. It's just like Smith & Wesson. People don't understand that Dan Wesson is a separate gun blacksmith. Dan Wesson is his own. He just went, he hooked up with John Smith. And that's how you get Smith & Wesson. But people don't know this shit. It's just like Lay's, Fritos, and Lay's were two different companies that came together. Now we know them as Frito-Lay. But Frito was a separate company. Lay's was a separate company. But niggas are focused on the wrong thing. Ain't Maze, from my understanding, ain't Maze or corn, how many corn, how many, not how many, but how many, like how many grits? I'm sorry, y'all. That shit sounds so entendre, like, you can't say how many grits without saying how many grits. Like, that shit crazy in the motherfucker. But from my understanding, wasn't this a cash crop of the Aboriginals? So how the fuck Frito become a multi-trillion-dollar company up under your nose? But he got you focused on Walt Disney. He have you focused on Walt Disney. He got you focused on MGM. He got you focused on motherfucking Hollywood. But let's return back to Levi Stratus. Did you know that the fucking cotton that niggas picked went to these textile companies? But he got y'all focused on Jews in Hollywood.
They're all Jewish. How about the LGBTQ? How about them? Who's behind that? Look at real closely. Pride Month. Look at that. What does that say in between Pride Month? What does that say?
Demon.
Okay?
Demon.
These people worship the devil. These people.
He got the word demon out of, what was the fucking word? Some Pride Month. He got the word demon out of Pride Month. And that's what he's basing his scholarship on. Y'all need to stop fucking with these conspiracy theories. But Sanchez is allowing this shit. I got about like 3-5 more minutes, y'all. I'm gonna end it.
People have scapegoated your people, scapegoated my people, and we're both falling for the lie.
Who is your people? Who is your people? Because through all of it, right? Through identity crisis, through all that, they talking about we got classified. We still have an idea on who we are. We have an idea. It's just in crisis. It's in a time of decision. And the moment that these ages of confusion keep coming over, you will never find it. It's there. It's just up under your nose. You confused. And he said, my people, who are your people, dude? Because if you're going to say Europeans, then the Jews are your people. If you're going to specifically name off a spot, I can show you where Jews at in that specific spot. So if you want to excommunicate yourself from them, because you know what's realized here, no bullshit. This is what realized. It's almost trying to ball that shit up in one ball, but you know you can't really. A racist white person respects, right? They respect and they honor their coons because their coons are just as racist toward themselves, if not more, than the actual white person. That's the reason why he found himself very comfortable coming to Sanchez stage and saying what he said. He probably knew in the back of his head, I'm just saying if he did not know him, but I know he know him, and I know he knew that he was going to do this. But we're going to speak saying that if it was a fifth, we all be drunk. If he did not know dude, I bet you dude in the back of his head knew he was going to mute everybody for him. I knew that. I bet you that. So when a white boy came up there, he came up there aggressive. No hand raised, none of that shit, right? And Sanchez claiming that he has an etiquette on this show. He was only answering people with their hand raised. This is what he was saying. So he go a white boy in the middle of my soliloquy, and I'm explaining about taxes. He asking, can he come in? You hoe ass nigga, you gonna cut me off for him? But I understand why, because he's a big coon. And that's the reason why this motherfucker could come on his show, because he recognize, he appreciate, he respects a motherfucking nigga who hates himself more than this white boy does. In other words, Sanchez hate himself more than this white dude can ever spew. Fuck you, nigger. Fuck you, you Jew-loving nigger. All that shit. That's not enough. That ain't even remotely compared to the hate that Sanchez have for himself. That's a minuscule. If you wish to weigh that shit up, nigga, that white man heart is light as a feather. Nigga, he might get off into heaven thinking the way he do versus Sanchez. If this white boy chances to get into heaven was compared to his thought versus Sanchez, oh, he's on a stairway to heaven, baby. He's on a stairway to heaven. Compared and weighed up to Sanchez and his hate for himself, this white boy going to heaven. But let us move forward.
Okay, we both are victims and we both treated each other like crap, right? But if you look at true black leaders like Garvey, I got red pilled on Jews by blacks because I was so guilted in the brain that I couldn't hear from whites. I listened to Garvey, Malcolm X, Irritated Genie, Dr. Tony Martin, Farrakhan. Okay, so when you look at true black leaders,
and these are the black leaders that Sanchez hate. And he putting them on a pedestal. Tell me if that it's 4:31. I'm gonna get like 3 more minutes in, y'all. I'm gonna have to leave. He is revering the same motherfuckers that Sanchez has put down. Let's rewind and play that shit again.
Say that separate crap, right? But if you look at true black leaders like Garvey,
true black leaders. If you look at true black leaders,
I got red pilled on Jews by blacks because I was so guilted in the brain that I couldn't hear from whites. I listened to Garvey, Malcolm X, Irritated Genie, Dr. Tony Martin.
And that's the person he's going to have on his show in October, Irritated Genie. He put Irritated Genie in the same breath. In the same breath as Marcus Garvey. Let us move forward.
Farrakhan. Okay, so when you look at true black leaders.
True black leaders. How come Sanchez didn't jump down his throat? Let anybody else. And that's including question everything, one world, one hood, all his dick-sucking motherfucking followers. Let any one of them say true black leaders and say Marcus Garvey and Farrakhan in the same breath. Let them say that and see what Sanchez does. But Sanchez doesn't do a goddamn thing with him. He telling you that these are your true black leaders. He said Louis Farrakhan, nigga. And I hate I don't like Farrakhan. And he said he was our black leader. Yeesh. Yeesh. And this nigga did not disrupt him. Whoa.
They say that crap, right? But if you look at true black leaders like Garvey, I got red pilled on Jews by blacks because I was so guilted in the brain that I couldn't hear from whites. I listened to Garvey, Malcolm X, Irritated Genie, Dr. Tony Martin.
The nigga said he got real red pill juiced by white folks. Oh my God. And then he's naming off all the leaders that the Aboriginal community who tied themselves in with the flat earth community. And you got one of the worst motherfucking Uncle Tom's, Uncle Ruckus's on goddamn stage in Sanchez, who done tied those two together. They can't stand Marcus Garvey, dog, nor Farrakhan. You heard Sanchez just go in on Farrakhan about Malcolm X. He said Farrakhan, the one that sold the motherfucking Nation of Islam short, he the one that probably got Malcolm X killed. Blah, 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 blah. This is what he's saying. Now, white boy who's telling you your leaders are Marcus Garvey and Louis Farrakhan, and you don't got shit to say?
Farrakhan. Okay, so when you look at true black leaders, they say that separation is key. And I'm not trying to say like, hey, like we're all going to get along peacefully and all this stuff. I think.
Hey, Alexis, he's a neo-Nazi because he said he was. Because he said he's a neo-Nazi. And with the aiding and abetting on Sanchez's show, it almost verified it. So the question, how is he a neo-Nazi? Because he just come on Sanchez and just spewing the rhetoric. That's it. That's it. It's no one here to fact check him. There's no one there to rebuttal him, to make him actually stand on his square and show that you are part of the neo-Nazi organization. It's just not saying it. It's saying it with a bunch of fucking irrational rhetoric. The logic don't make no motherfucking sense. It's irrational. But it is no one up there to check him. So this is how he becomes a Nazi. Because he goes to a show who aids and abetted this bad behavior, and you got a motherfucker who's the head of the channel or the channel holder who hates himself so much that he is white supremacy racism. Like Sir Drop. Sir Drop hate himself so much he becomes white supremacy racism. Because he don't know that. He think he's coming into an understanding. And the more he becomes into that understanding, the more he confused he becomes. Now, Brandon is putting it in my chat. Please do not take that for granted. Nellie Fuller. I've been quoting him for years. And I've been heavily, there it is. I've been heavily quoting Dr. Nellie Fuller, I said about the last 6 months. In his last 6 months, I've been heavily quoting it. Now, like I said, I've rewritten some parts in terms of what he said. It ain't totally rewritten. Trust me, I just replaced the word understand with the word know in his first statement. Because he said, if you don't understand white supremacy, racism, what it is and how it works, everything you come to understand will only confuse you. So I did a due diligence. I'm pretty sure if I write Nelly Fuller and told him to revise that, I bet he would. I bet he would. But he'll probably look at that and say, who in the fuck is this nigga? But nonetheless, I said, if you don't know what white supremacy is, how it works, everything you come to understand will only confuse you. I kept all that in the same because that is key. When he said everything you come to understand, that is key in the quote, because people believe that they come into an understanding, and the more they become under this understanding, the more confused they are, because they don't know what white supremacy and racism is, because they don't know. So thank you very much for that, Brandon, for putting that up in there. People, please, Nelly Fuller, his book, Counter Racism, Compensatory. I got it. I got the book. Y'all need to read that, because he does break down white supremacy, racism on a level where you will have an everyday indulgence with him and won't even know it. It's like just say if you stopped at a coffee shop in the morning before you went to work, you not knowing that you actually sitting next to a supremacist, but you won't know that because you don't know. And everything you think you come to an understanding, that shit will only confuse you, because he is microcosmically living it out versus the people who are on the bottom trying to seek what's on top to destroy it and not knowing what's even above your fucking head, nigga. You gotta destroy what's above your head before you even go higher, or destroy what's on your level. You understand me? You have to realize and know that before you even go up. So your counterpartner, the white man that's probably working right next to you, is a supremacist. At least recognize that before you try to go to the Rothschilds. Know who your local racist is first, at least, before you go to the top. But this white dude right here got everybody thinking on Jews. No, we thinking about you. Over here on Didact channel, we thinking about you as being Sanchez handler. That's right, white supremacy, racism. And we have to know that. We have to know that this dude is Sanchez handler. Sanchez did not check this dude not one motherfucking time. This is Sanchez handler. I'm telling you. I know for a fucking fact that he's not going to show up to support Sanchez to make it look fair seeming that he's coming up there to be on his show every day. No, this was a time that he had to come in, disrupt, make it confusing, and also make it look like he's a dire opposite of fucking Sanchez, when he really is Sanchez handler. He came up there to get the whole entire thing up under control, because anytime Didact get up there, or somebody like Didact get up there, you lose control. You lose control. Even when you trying to what they call that filibuster or gish gallop the point away, even with that, you still lose, Sanchez, because they will see that you're lost. They will see that you are coming up and with a whim, coming up with anything. They know that. They see that shit, but they too scared. And guess what? They can vicariously live through Didact, because Didact gonna confront your ass. A few other people is gonna confront your ass too, but I'm just talking about me, Sanchez. And then people who are afraid to say anything to you, I'm gonna say it, you dumbass motherfucker. But let us push forward. Oh, it's 441. I am kind of pushing it, but let's push it forward.
I think that we do have nature makes it so we are different. We don't necessarily get along. This multicultural thing is a product of the people that control the banks, the media, etc. If blacks were to be, now you got to think about this for a second. White folks, if white folks didn't bring the blacks here, if white folks didn't do it, but the Jews did, and the black man who sold his people, sold them to the Jewish merchant, and then brought you guys here, right? Do you think it's white folks?
Let me ask you. Let me hold on.
Or is it
hold
Jewish
on,
people?
everybody. Let me say this. See, let me answer you.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like we're a different community over here. Let me share some with you. What I'm gonna tell you, me personally, what I stand on, and most of the people over here, we don't teach that we ever was brought over here by nobody. I'm a firm believer.
Good old nigga. Good old Coon nigga. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to freeze it right there. And I'm so glad that everybody showed up and showed out. And I have to go to Menards and go get some shit. But in the meantime, let me give a shout out to my motherfucking chat room because y'all was off the hook today, to say the least. Yeah, it was, y'all. Yeah. The daddy at the motherfucking crossroads, knowledge uprising in the building. Alexis Kenzie Davis. Thank you very much for showing up. NJ in the motherfucking house. Thank you for showing up. Robert Humphreys. Salute, 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 as they say. Trio 700. Thank you for showing up. Knowledge the God 13 TV. Thank you for showing up. Trey Lemon in the motherfucking building. Thank you for showing up. Professor X. Ty Haru. Cosmo Kid. And Pop Lock Queen, goddamn it. If y'all didn't get them goddamn names, just call her Professor X. In the motherfucking building. Let me see who else. Big O. What up, though? Do I got you as a moderator? I think I do. I should. But he in the motherfucking building. Latrell Tinwell. That's a good name. Coppertone in the motherfucking house. You understand me? Let's get it. What's that growl? Quentin Emerson, HOTC, and the motherfucker. Hey, see, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, somebody seen it too. If Coppertone is still in the building, I did a stream. It was on the back end of a stream that I did on some good shit. On some, you know what I say. I don't try to want them to sing like I'm fucking teaching at y'all, but it was a moment where I had some lessons going. But on the back end of it, I critiqued the show that you was on where they had you and Taz going at it. And you asked Taz, what is a crypto Jew? Now, you had that nigga in a corner because you also said, is Cynthia G 70 or 30? And you had him in a corner on that. So trust me, Coppertone, you know, I got your best interests at heart. Trust me. Trust me. With that being said, let me move it. Let me move. And see who else. T in the building, just a plain old T. T in the motherfucking building. Mental motherfucking ninja in the goddamn building. Did I say Brandon? I probably don't mention his ass so much I forgot I mentioned his name. Do that make any sense? But Brandon in the motherfucking building. You can't do that because my sister calls me her son's name all the time. Any motherfucking way. Star Energy in the motherfucking building. I know y'all have people that do that, Dark Chameleon in the motherfucking building. Yeah, I know y'all got people. They hound you so much. They got you so much on their motherfucking mind. They call you by somebody else's name. That type shit. Yeah, for everybody else that I did not get, that so far, that's who all in the chat. But for everybody else who showed up and showed out, and for everybody else who's going to show up and show out, thank you very much. And I see y'all on the motherfucking flip side.